Hey folks, it's me, the Buick Man, and I got something new for you guys to check out. This is a 1940 Buick Super, which would be a 50 series. It's the 4-door, it's the touring, and I've looked it over a little bit, but I haven't worked on it yet. Currently it does not run, does not drive, needs some brake work, looks like some freeze plugs need to be replaced. But let's check it out. All right, so one really cool feature that the Buicks had back in the day, up through early 1950, they did this, was right here. See where it says Super on the vents? This is actually how you open the hood. So you pull it, and then it opens. So the driver's side and the passenger side were separate up until 41, if I remember right. This being a 1940 would be the last year they did that. Kind of a butterfly hood setup. You can see how this side is separate from this side. Right here. I'm going to open them up like that. All right, let's check out the interior here. Now, it is rough because it does seem to be the original interior. And I have not cleaned it up or anything yet. And forgive the lighting. Get in here. Now, it's a little rough. You got to do a little work to it. But it still has the original steering wheel. The shifter, this actually had a 3-speed. We do have turn signals. Believe it or not, this car had turn signals back in the day. There's a nice little Sonomatic radio back here. Glove box, not the greatest, but right now it is all here still. Looks like we've got a couple locks, got the glove box lock. And the clock is still here. This is pretty nice, actually. Looks like somebody did a little work here. And the driver's side still has the engine turned dash. That's nice. Rearview mirror. We've got the antenna. There it is right there. Have to adjust that. Now the headliner is still in here, but we definitely have to get a little work done and clean this interior up a little bit. Looks like we are missing the visors. The other one looks broke off up there. To start these, you actually turn the key on, and the starter is actually underneath the foot pedal, the gas pedal. I believe we still have your air conditioning back in the day, which was your cowl vent right here. That still works, actually really nice. It looks like, yes, this was the wood trim up here. Well, painted, fake wood trim. Same across here on the doors. But still, honestly, decent shape for being 82 years old. Now the back seat, bear with me here, probably not the greatest look, but I pulled the back seat out. I had to get into the trunk. I don't have a set of keys for it, and the trunk was locked, so I had to remove the back seat, go through the partition, and undo the mechanism in the back. So, but the door panels actually look pretty decent. I'm impressed by this. Doors shut very nice. It has had a repaint by the codes. This should have been a black car. Looks like somebody might have done like a two-tone blue on it. Up here I did shine a little bit of it up just to see what would happen. And you can see the oxidized versus the cleaned up paint. This might be a little easier to see here. It almost has a shine to it even. Did a little bit on the side here. You can see a difference top to bottom on the door. It does have a decent set of steel wheels. They're chrome. Got the little baby caps in the center. Alright, so under the hood of this was a 248 Buick Straight 8. You got the air cleaner assembly here. The carburetor was a dual barrel Carter. There's got a mechanism on the top here for when you go to start the car. Your gas pedal is actually the ignition. So you turn the key on, and then you actually push the gas pedal down to engage the starter through the carburetor, which is kind of interesting. Putting electricity where some gas goes, and just fun stuff. Anyway, let's check out the other side. All right, so over here on the passenger side, we have the down here is where we'd have the battery. I've actually got it out right now, it's charging. Hopefully, we'll see if this thing will crank over. I just want to see if that'll work. Still need to go through, do a full tune-up on it. Like I said, looks like they were doing something with the water pump. The freeze plugs on the other side were getting replaced. These actually had a canister oil filter on them. Dual horns. Right here is actually where the data plate is. So a 1940 Model 51, 50 series were the Super, 40s were the Special. I believe the Centuries were 60s and Roadmasters were 70s, I believe. Trim number 810, that was telling us that interior was a tan cord interior. Paint number 541, I believe, was black, if I recall correctly. So, I mean, that told me quite a bit right there. There doesn't look like there was any extra accessories or anything else they put in on that. So there it is, 1940 Buick Super. But anyway, there it is. I can't wait to work on this thing and see what happens. So, I'm the Buick man, and guess what? I'll be in the garage.